Hello, you guys. Happy Monday and happy Pashka week for my Orthodox Christians in the house. so, so if you follow the Orthodox traditional Christian calendar, this week is actually Holy Week, and we are going through Pashka this week. And so if any of y'all are interested in learning more, please feel free to reach out to me. It's Christianity. It's nothing weird. This church just happens to follow the old traditional Christian calendar, if that makes sense. So I'm still learning myself. Darren's still learning himself, but we are learning and we have fallen in love with this church. So feel free to reach out if you have any questions. If you are follow me or on my personal page, I actually put a calendar up of the services being provided this week for Pashka. So feel free to reach out and let me know if you want to go to any of the services. I don't know yet which ones we will be attending, because if you take a look at that calendar, you will see that it is literally morning and night, like day and night, which is one of the things that Darren and I, have attracted us to the Orthodox Christian faith, because it's really a devotion to the Lord for us. Not saying any other churches or religions don't do that, but like for us, this is what this was the kind of devotion we were looking for. So I just realized we just got a new TV and Darren popped the box in my office. I didn't even notice that. Anyway, so I hope y'all had a beautiful Easter weekend. We did. We got to spend some time with family, and really just enjoyed it. I really wanted to watch kids' Easter egg hunt, and sadly, we did not get to do that. So, all of the kids in our family have pretty much grown up. As far as the kids on my side of the family, we have nieces and nephews on my husband's side. But anyway, so I hope y'all had a wonderful Easter weekend. And whether you are following the Orthodox calendar or not, I hope you all have a very beautiful Pashka week. So let's get started. We are reading from Embraced. Let me know what y'all are having today. I am on decaf coffee. My husband found me this amazing decaf coffee because I can't drink caffeine right now. Well, I can, but I'm not drinking a lot of it. And if I'm honest, I'm also eating chips and salsa this afternoon. So, anyway, so let me know what you're drinking in the comments, and let me know what you did for this Easter weekend. Did you celebrate with friends and family? Did you go to church? Just let me know in the comments below. But let's dive into Embraced. Speaking of Easter, I guess I can take my Easter nails off now, huh? This was my sister's idea. We got matching nails when I went to visit her in Oklahoma City, and I was like, okay, I've got to try to keep these guys on, or not on, because these are my real nails, but I did the dip, and so I was like, I've got to keep that on until at least Easter is over, because I'm really bad about anything with my nails. Like, this is the longest I've naturally had them, or the longest I've had anything like fake on them. I normally rip them off. If I get acrylic nails, they're like sad. I waste money because sadly they are off within just a couple of weeks. Like, I can't, I'm like, get these off of me. Even with, I affiliate oh goodness, the name failed me, but it's basically Lee press-on nails. And every once in a while, they'll send me the cutest press-on nails. And even those, I can only have those on for a few days. I'm just like, okay, pop, 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 get these off of me. That's why Alex was a godsend. She is in this group. Shout out to Alex. When she introduced me to, what are they called? I keep wanting to say jamboree, but it's not jamboree. So excuse me, Alex. Oh, I cannot think of it, but reach out to Alex Smith if they're similar to Jamboree, like you just it's like actual nail polish and you put them on your nails and those are a godsend for me, like for real, because I don't do well with fake nails of any sort. Even the dip, even though this is my real nail, this has still been a challenge for me. So, anyway, so let's dive into our reading so we can get on with our days. Okay, so physically overweight and spiritually underweight. My food, said Jesus, is to do the will of him who sent me and to finish his work. If you've attended many Christian women's events, you've probably heard the story of the Samaritan woman told from just about every possible angle. If I hear someone start to speak about her at a conference, I'll admit my brain begs me to tune out and daydream about tropical places or items I need to add to my grocery list. I'm just going to make sure audio is working because I keep bumping my mic. Okay, it is. A lot of times I'll bump it out of place. Okay, let's see. It's not that I don't like her story. I do. It's just that I've heard it so many times. I find myself doubting there could possibly anything fresh to left to say about it. But in all my years of hearing about the Samaritan woman, reading her story, and feeling like I know it, I missed something really big. Right smack dab in the middle of one of the longest recorded interactions Jesus has with a woman, he starts talking about food. Food. And I'd never picked up on it before. I somehow missed Jesus's crucial teaching that our bodies must have two kinds of nourishment, physical and spiritual. Just as I must have physical food for my body to survive, I need spiritual food for my soul to thrive. Jesus says, "My food is to do the will of him who sent me and to finish his work." John 4:34. And then he goes on to say, "I tell you, open your eyes and look at the fields. They are ripe for harvest." John 4:35. In the midst of offering salvation to the Samaritan woman, Jesus seems to wander off on this tangent about food. But it's not a tangent at all. Actually, it fits perfectly. It relates directly to the core issue of spiritual malnutrition. Specifically, it's about trying to use food to fill not only the physical void of our stomachs, but also the spiritual void of our souls. For years, I was physically overweight, but spiritually underweight. As I mentioned before, I realize food may not be your area of struggle, but I believe we all have things in our lives that we are tempted to turn to instead of Jesus to fill the aching places in our souls. How crucial it is for us to remember food can fill our stomachs, but never our souls. Possessions can fill our houses, but never our hearts. Children can fill our days, but never our identities. Jesus wants us to know only he can fill us and truly satisfy us. He really wants us to believe that with all of our hearts. Only by being filled with authentic soul food from Jesus, following him and telling others about him, will our souls ever be truly satisfied. And breaking free from whatever consumes our thoughts more than Jesus allows us to see and pursue our callings with more confidence and clarity. Dear Lord, I know that it is true that only you can fill me. I acknowledge that you are the Lord of my life. I want to please you today in all that I do. Help me follow you in Jesus' name. Amen. Whew. I loved that one, and it's so true. And like she said, not everybody's issue is food. You know, some of us are addicted to many different things. You know, alcohol, drugs, um, relationships, even sex, even friendships. People can even be think they're being fulfilled by friendship even. I mean, I feel like I used to be that. I used to be that person that felt like I had to have a certain amount of friends, or my friends, I didn't feel fulfilled unless they were checking in on me or spending time with me or, you know, whatever. And I finally started to realize, like, it's great to have friends. I mean, it is amazing. And actually, I need to hop in here and do my latest teaching in the Revolution Mastermind, Radiant Revolution Mastermind. By the way, ladies, Ashley June, she is in our group. She has an amazing, amazing platform called Radiant Revolution Mastermind. And if you are a Christian business owner, you have to check it out. So let me know if you want the link and I will gladly send that to you. And actually, I need to post that in this group anyway at some point because it is such an amazing mastermind group. But I teach for her girls in there. I do a monthly teaching, and I have been on a series of friendship. And so, okay, Linda said, send me the link. I will, Linda. I love it. You would love it too. But anyway, so friends are important. They're really, really important. I completely agree with that, but they cannot fulfill us. Food cannot fulfill us. Alcohol cannot fulfill us. Social media, likes, follows, none of that can fulfill us. Even books. I'm saying books because I'm looking at my little book pile there and there, and I have another one you can't see. Even books can't fulfill us. I mean, and these things aren't necessarily bad. It's not bad for me to read or collect books. It's not bad for us to have friends. It's not bad for us to even watch TV, but sometimes even TV can become our idol. Movies. So these things are not bad within themselves, but we have to remember that God is the only thing that can fulfill us. He is the only one that can really truly fulfill us. And so if you are addicted to food, please remember that. I mean, Lent, a lot of us just came out of Lent. Some of us are still in Lent. If you follow the traditional Orthodox Christian calendar. So a lot of people are still in their Holy Week, and they're still a strict fasting. And so you learn quickly when you go through Lent. I mean, how many of y'all were in Lent? Did you give up soda? Did you give up caffeine? Did you give up sweets, sugar? You guys, my husband has done the craziest Lent. Like, I shout out to him when he is done with this. I am like making him whatever he wants, like, because he's done so awesome. Like, he is cut out oils, you guys. Do you know how everything is made with oils? Like, you don't realize it until we're trying to find meals for him to eat, until I'm figuring out what can I cook for him that doesn't have oils. No sugar, no caffeine, um, no meat. And so he realized quickly that he was addicted to certain foods. And so now he's at the point where he's like, I don't even know what I'm going to do, and I'm not doing this fast because he's finally found fulfillment in the Lord. And that's the point of Lent, right? That's the point of fasting, is just finding that fulfillment, that desire for the Lord. It's relying on him to fill us. And so if that's you, like, I loved how she titled it. And it can even sound offensive, the title of the devotional for today's. It's what was it? Overweight. Hold on, let me look. It was physically overweight and spiritually underweight. But it's true, that can happen. So many of us. I mean, I've what's really sad is I've not felt overweight, but according to the world's terms, on those little charts you see, I have actually at moments in my life been overweight. But so many people are feeling that, or their doctors are telling them they're overweight. And so we have to really take a look at that. I mean, in anything. I mean, sometimes when I start to feel myself getting angry easily, or I'm impatient, or I'm just not feeling that peaceful, I take inventory of what I've been listening to and doing, for a few days. And most of the time, I kid y'all not, it's that I was binge watching my Real Housewives of New Jersey. I'm not even kidding. I can always tell when I've watched a little too much of Real Housewives of New Jersey because I'm like overweight in the way of drama and the way of life, that because it ain't nothing but drama. I'm overweight in that, but I'm feeling a little under spiritual. I'm not, instead of watching that, maybe I should be listening to worship music or a nice sermon, or just even sitting in the silence with the Lord. I mean, so many times I'll just sit here in my office and work in silence, and I just invite the presence of the Holy Spirit into my room, into my office, to work with me. So we can be overweight with many things. It doesn't have to be just physically. It can be with so much. So yes, Christ fulfills us when we find our identity in Him, and that is so true. We are fulfilled by Him when our identity is in Him and nothing else. Um, Nothing else. And even in talking about weight, I don't want any of us to get caught up in that. Let's strive to be healthy. Don't strive to be super duper skinny. Don't strive to, lose a certain amount of pounds. Strive to be healthy. And so, even in talking about weight, I don't want any of us to ever, and I say us because I've gotten caught up in that loop too. I don't ever want any of us to even try to find our identity in that, and how we look, and if we can wear a swimsuit to the beach and feel comfortable or not. Like, be confident in who you are, in your identity in Him. And I think that was Linda. Was that you? Yeah, Linda. And what Linda said, find our identity in Him and who He has called us to be. So I hope that blesses y'all today. I hope y'all have an awesome, awesome rest of your Monday, and hopefully I will see y'all again this week soon. I'll try to hop on here for a prayer night. I'm not quite sure if I can do that. We're still trying to get used to Darren's new schedule. And so it's I'm still trying to get used to it, but I will try to be on here for prayer night. So shoot me your prayer requests, just in case, because even if we don't come on tonight to pray, I will. Oh, and then also, did y'all see my calendar of events? I told you guys, I think last week or the week before, that we were going to start doing weekly meetups in here, or monthly meetups in here for different things. And so our first one is going to be just a simple coffee chat. I think it was May 3rd at 10 a.m. I'll get the other invites out there. So I won't always invite people to those, because I don't, I don't want to bog down y'all's Facebooks, because I know I get bogged down with events all the time, and I don't want to do that to any of y'all. But I will have calendar events where you can join, but I will also do reminders in the group. If I have your email address and you're on my email list, I'll make sure to send new reminders via email that we're meeting. And so the first one's going to be a coffee chat. And then we'll be doing a prayer night. That's why I brought this up, is because we'll have a night monthly where we'll come together on a Zoom call. It won't be streamed into the Facebook group or anything like that. We're just going to come together on Zoom and pray together. And then we'll have um, a book club. And then what was the other one? I feel like there was another one, but I can't remember right now at the top of my head. So prayer night, coffee chat, book club. There was another one, and I don't know why I can't think of what that is right now. But it'll be fun. Maybe it was just those three. I don't think so. I feel like there's a fourth one. And actually, let me see if I can pull that up now. Co-working. I knew I was missing one. So if you work from home, we will have co-working time. And what that is we come together on Zoom, and we don't even talk. I mean, you can chat, here and there. I mean, we'll probably have small talk before we start. But really, it's just an opportunity to hop on a Zoom and work together, to feel like you're not so alone. And this was like a lifesaver for me when we were living up north, because I didn't know anybody. And when I started working from home, sometimes I just felt so alone. Well, I had joined this group of gals who also worked from home, and we would hop on. with each other and do a co-working sessions. And even though we weren't talking or anything like that, it just felt nice to know that there was somebody else on the Zoom with me that like was like a coworker, so to speak. And we were just working, and there was something about it, because working from home can sometimes get lonely and feel lonely. And so we'll be doing co-working sessions, and eventually some of this can be done in person too, for those of us who are local to one another. I would love to have a group of y'all go and grab some coffee together, or even co-work together, pray together. So I just want to start it online first, let us get used to one another, even find out who is local to one another. But so, yeah, so I'm excited. May 3rd at 10 a.m., we will have coffee chat, and I will post all the information in here and a reminder and all of that good stuff. So anyway, super exciting. Okay, you guys, I love y'all. I pray y'all have an awesome, awesome day. Linda, I will get you that link. Okay, guys, I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.